Every person we meet, every connection we make, is not an accident. They are mirrors, reflecting back the emotions we carry within. Sometimes, they show us love we've forgotten. Sometimes, they show us pain we've buried. But always, they reveal something we need to see. This is the mirror effect, the silent truth that we don't attract what we want, we attract what we are. Psychologists have long studied this invisible reflection. Carl Jung called it projection, the process of seeing in others what we refuse to see in ourselves. When we feel unworthy, we attract people who confirm that belief. When we feel unseen, we find partners who overlook us. When we fear abandonment, we chase those who run, not because we deserve pain, but because our subconscious is searching for familiarity. It seeks to recreate the past, hoping this time it will end differently. This is how trauma becomes a compass, pointing us not toward peace, but toward the pain we recognize. Called the repetition compulsion, a phenomenon first described by Freud. The mind's attempt to master old wounds by reliving them through new people. Don't fall for people by coincidence, you fall into patterns. The narcissist finds the empath, the fixer finds the broken, the avoidant meets the anxious, different faces, same lesson, until we finally understand the mirror, and change the reflection within. To understand this mirror, we must return to where the reflection began. Childhood, every emotion we couldn't express, every boundary we couldn't set, every need that went unmet, became part of our emotional frequency. It's not magic. It's neurobiology. Our brain learns connection through repetition. Love once met chaos, we'll mistake chaos for love. The tension once met pain, we'll confuse pain with care. And so we search over and over for people who feel familiar, not because they're right for us, but because they feel like home, even when home once hurt. But here's the truth. What we attract isn't punishment, it's information. Every relationship is a message from your subconscious, showing you the parts of yourself that still need healing. The partner who won't commit, they mirror the part of you that still doubts your worth. The friend who drains you, they reflect the boundary you're afraid to set. The one who leaves suddenly, they echo the wound that never learned how to stay. Until we heal the feeling, we'll keep meeting the same lesson, with different faces. Energy is magnetic. Every thought, every emotion emits a signal. Attract people tuned to the same frequency. It's not spirituality, it's psychology. Your emotional state shapes your perception. If you believe people can't be trusted, you'll only notice those who confirm it. If you believe love must be earned, you'll attract those who make you prove it. This is called selective attention bias. Your mind filters reality to match your belief. So when we say you attract what you feel, it's not mystical, it's mechanical. The human brain searching for evidence that what it already believes is true. But there's hope in that truth, because if your emotions can attract pain, they can also attract peace. You can unconsciously repeat the past, you can consciously reprogram the future. The mirror only shows what you believe you deserve. Change that belief, and the reflection changes with it. The mirror does not judge, it only reflects. It doesn't ask why you were hurt, it simply shows where the wound still lives. But the moment you stop blaming the reflection, and start tending to the person within it, that's when healing begins. The truth is, we attract what we are ready to understand. Every soul we meet is either a lesson or a mirror. Some come to awaken love, others to awaken pain. Both are sacred. When you begin to heal, you stop chasing the ones who trigger your wounds, and start choosing the ones who nurture your peace. Healing changes your frequency. It retunes your nervous system from survival to safety, from fear to awareness, from desperation to love. But healing doesn't happen in silence. It happens when you face what's hidden. That moment when you ask yourself, why do I always attract the unavailable? Why do I stay when I should walk away? Why do I give more than I receive? That's your mirror speaking. Every trigger is an invitation to meet the part of you that still hurts. Every heartbreak is a teacher disguised as loss. Because before you can love freely, you must face the child within who learned that love was something to survive. This is called inner child integration. In psychology, it's the process of giving voice to the emotional parts of ourselves we silenced long ago. You don't fix the mirror by hating the reflection, you fix it by holding it with compassion. Tell that child, you are safe now. You are worthy now. You don't need to prove your value anymore. When you reparent your inner world, your outer world begins to change. People who once triggered you lose their power, boundaries start to feel natural, love begins to feel peaceful, not painful. As you evolve, your energy shifts, your reflection shifts, you no longer attract chaos, Because you no longer need it to feel alive, you no longer chase what runs. Because you no longer fear being alone, you no longer beg for love. Because you've learned to give it to yourself first. The relationships around you will begin to mirror that peace. People who vibrate at the same calm will appear, not because you hunted for them, but because your new energy called them home. This is what psychologists call emotional congruence. When your inner world and outer world finally align, you stop living in contradiction. Your boundaries, values, and energy all point in one direction: truth. And suddenly, love feels easy, peace feels normal, and solitude no longer feels like punishment but freedom. Remember this: you will always attract what you believe you deserve. So raise your standards, not for others, but for the reflection staring back at you. Heal your heart, and your world will mirror that healing. Forgive your past, and your present will soften. Love yourself, and life will love you back. Because the mirror was never showing them, it was always showing you.